In the startup scale-up videos, we outlined an overall deployment plan for a typical Falcon sensor implementation. This video reviews additional best practices with regards to policy configuration and tuning. Configuring the prevention policy properly is a key factor to successfully implementing Falcon into an environment with or without an existing endpoint security product still present. Some organizations run and configure the Falcon sensor on a small pilot group prior to enterprise-wide deployment. This allows them to verify security on their endpoint images, tune for possible false positives, and configure the initial prevention policy prior to deployment on remaining production systems. Others will deploy the sensor to all their endpoints and then configure the prevention policy more conservatively by running prevention at a moderate setting to ensure baseline protection, while running the Falcon detection more aggressively to expose any need for potential false positive tuning. Most deployments use a combination of these approaches, with production policies starting more conservative and increasing to aggressive protection once the policy is tuned accordingly. Premium Support recommends these example policies for a three-phase prevention policy configuration during deployment. For environments still running an old AV solution, we recommend additional user mode data collection on to assist with machine learning, detection levels set to moderate, and prevention settings disabled. Quarantine and Security Center registration disabled, blacklisting on, and finally ransomware and IOCs enabled, providing baseline protections with little to no false positive occurrence. The second phase policy, or those systems with no existing AV, can enable the remaining sensor visibility, increase the machine learning detection setting to aggressive, and enable prevention mode at a moderate setting. Enable Quarantine and Security Center to register as the primary AV. Enable the remaining execution blocking features along with null page allocation. The third phase example enables the remaining security settings as you adjust for potential false positives within your environment. Each environment is different than others and depends heavily on whether you have standardized images, application controls or restrictions, and user permission policy. Here is a suggested three-phased approach for Mac systems. As with any security, false positives are possible with some internal developed or third-party applications. Most NGAV machine learning detections can be whitelisted or utilize file-based exclusions directly from the console. Be sure to monitor detections daily and tune for any potential false positives you incur.